Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, my page is a blessing and I'm here to help y'all. So basically, if you haven't read the caption already, what I'm going to be talking about today is a little piece of my testimony, and it's how to overcome depression and anxiety. And so I'm once again, I'll be straight to the chase or whatever, because I'm trying to get in this gym. So it's a short story, it's quick, it's simple, and if you follow it, I pray that it's a blessing to y'all. And so basically, to start it off, so back in high school, so I'm gonna give y'all a quick little rundown. I ain't gonna give y'all everything, but back in high school or whatever, I never did drugs, drinking, or smoking, or even having sex. Didn't do none of that. And so then fast forward to my senior year, I get with this guy from my hometown and stuff like that. I ended up being in love and started smoking with him or whatever. And so fast forward, we went to college, and it was cool smoking in college for like that first year. It would be off and on and stuff like that, just smoking every now and again and stuff like that. And so then when me and my boyfriend at the time, my ex or whatever, we come back home and we're staying at his parents' house and stuff like that. And then that's when everything hits the fan. And so my brother ends up, having cancer or whatever, and he's in and out hospital. Basically, my brother ends up passing away. And then in that moment, it was just like, wow, like, people really die. Like, cause I feel like when something don't hit home or whatever, when it ain't close to you, like, all my life I would see people passing away, but it's just like, they're not important to me, or they're not, back then they're not important to me. Like now, like, I can take somebody's feelings into consideration, but back then I was just like, oh, your mom passed away? Can't relate, because I never lost anybody close to me. And so when my brother passed away, it was like, wow, like, people really pass away, people really die, whoa, that's crazy. And so it was just like a huge wake-up call to me. So like, I'm getting high, and my brother just passed away, so it was just like, whoa. And so at the time I was pursuing real estate, and I'm just like, man, like, that's crazy. Like, no amount of money, like, I'm thinking, because at the time I wanted to be a millionaire and stuff like that. So I'm just like, I'm thinking, no amount of money I could have made could have brought him back. Like, that's crazy to me, just really thinking about life. Like, even though it's like a duh moment, I just really had this stuff going on in my head. So it's just like crazy. And so then fast forward, I'm taking my real estate classes and stuff like that. I'm still sad about my brother's loss, crying every day and stuff like that. And so fast forward to my time to take my real estate test, and my high school friend Emily passes away too, in a car wreck, y'all. I ain't gonna give too many details or anything like that if y'all want me to make a video on that, because I know some people may be blessed by it. But yeah, so she passes away too, right before my test, like maybe 2-3 days before my test. So I'm just like, whoa, like, what? And she's mad young, I think 20 years old. She's mad young. So I'm just like, whoa, that's crazy. And so she passed away, and so I go in to take my real estate test, can't focus at all, in there crying and stuff like that. So I get up, walk out, and I'm just like, man, hey, I tell the instructor, I'm just like, hey, I can't take this test, I'm done, this is this, I just lost somebody, I cannot take this test. He's just like, yeah, reschedule this and this. So I leave, I kid you not. So I start developing these, like, while I'm smoking too, and here's another story for another time, but I also was having sleep paralysis too. And I kid y'all not, like, I ain't on here to like cap to get views or nothing like that. I had sleep paralysis too, and I was like, man, like, what's really going on? And so while I lost these two people, these two important people in my life, it was like, okay, like, Alexis, you really need to rethink your whole entire life. Like, it just made me just stop and just like really think about what the heck I was doing with my life and stuff. And so back staying with my boyfriend and stuff like that. And so I noticed, because I feel like even back then I was in tune with myself, and so I noticed, I'm just like, man, like my thoughts are racing a lot, like really weird. My hands will start sweating. And y'all let me know in the comments, like, if y'all go through this, because I know other people go through this. My hands were sweating. I couldn't look people in their eyes at all. I could not look people in their eyes at all. It was crazy. And like, it was uncomfortable. It was mad uncomfortable, like I did something wrong, like super wrong, you know, or something, I don't know. And so I couldn't look people in their eyes. My hands would sweat. And then there was this one time I was out to the girl who passed away. Before she passed away, I was out to her house because I was having anxiety before then because of my brother, and depression too. And so I was out to her house, and it was like a big group of people, and we were all cracking up about something was too funny. And then all of a sudden I'm like in the middle of laughing, ha ha ha, like, and then all of a sudden like fear comes up on me and it wipes my smile away. Like, it was so weird. Like, it was kind of like I seen a ghost pass the room, but I didn't see no ghost. Like, fear, just like I was just like, ha ha, and then my smile just got wiped off my face, like I seen something, but it was like in my head, you know. So I like try to play it off, because it's just like, how can I announce that I ain't seen nothing go past the room, but I'm scared, y'all, right now? I feel weird. Like, how do you announce that? And so I started scrolling on my phone, trying to like play it off and stuff like that. And I'm just like, whoa, what was that? Like, what was that? And so then I go home, and then I go out to my mom's house. She stays like a little bit in the country at the time. I go out to her house, and I'm just like, hey mom, like, this is what's going on. Like, my thoughts are racing. Like, I could think about this bottle of water, like, in a regular person's head, when they think about this bottle of water, they just like, oh, this is just a simple bottle of water, pish posh. But me, back then, my brain was going 90 nothing. Like, I tripped, like, I feel like it was like I tripped on acid or something like that, but it was just weed. And I don't think nobody back then laced the stuff. It wasn't like I was tweaking or nothing like that. I don't think it was a tweak or nothing like that, but my thoughts was like very lucid. So back then, like, I could think about this bottle of water, and I would be like, okay, back then my brain was so like doing too much. It would be like, where was this water manufactured? Who made it? Who printed it? Where did it come from? Where was all the places that it touched? How did it get here? What stores was it sitting in? How do they make the bottle caps? Like, it was weird. Like, I would be thinking about all these things in like the matter of seconds. So not in the matter of a couple minutes or whatever. It would be in the matter of seconds. It was so weird. And so I'm just like, whoa. Like, so I go out to my mom's house, and I was just like, mom, like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know, you know what, like, I feel like I need Xanax, Percocet, something to calm me down. Like, please, like, I'm about to lose my freaking mind. Like, I feel like screaming. Like, if I expressed how I feel like screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm scared. Like, this is so scary. Like, what is this? My mama just gave me like a little bit of advice or whatever. And so then the scripture, train up a child in the way they should go, this is why I'm about to raise my kids in the church, period. Like, because this saved a life. Like, being raised up in the church, even though we hated it, even though it was mad boring, even though we fell asleep in the church and stuff like that, I appreciate this. So the Bible says, train up in a child in the way they should go, so when they get old, they will not depart from it. So basically, when they get old, like, you know, when we teenagers and stuff like that, oh, we'll depart from the church because it's boring, we don't really want to go, this is this. And then, like, whether it's 10, 15, 20 years down the road, then you come back to your senses after the world and beat you up and spit you out, period. And so that's kind of how it is. That's why I'm gonna raise my kid in the church. So anyways, I was having all these lucid thoughts and stuff like that, and something in me, this is where the church, I was in church as a kid, but then I stopped going to high school. So something in me was just like, get to church on Sunday, because I'm just like, man, I'm about to lose it. Like, I'm telling my boyfriend, and he telling his mama, like, what's going on with me. I'm telling my boyfriend, I'm just like, man, I'm about to lose it. I can't sleep, because I was having sleep paralysis. I was just like, I'm about to lose it. I can't sleep, this is this. And so then he tells his mom, and she's like, oh, you know, they both talking about it's the weed. So, like, I've been at this point, because I've been having it for a few months, I'm just like, man, I'm about to lose it, this is this. And so they're just like, oh, it's just weed. I had cut weed out already, and they probably didn't know that, but I'm just like, it ain't the weed at this point. I'm back to my sober mind, and my mind is like tripping right now. And so something in me was just like, push your Sunday, push your Sunday, push your Sunday. So I'm just like, all right, Alexis, it was so uncomfortable, but I'm just like, all right, Alexis, push your Sunday, push your Sunday. Couldn't sleep. I would lay in the bed with my boyfriend and just like watch, Love and hip hop and stuff like that. Just stay up mad late until I got dog tired and then finally go to sleep. That's how it was. And so I push till Sunday, go in there and I sit down. That's why angels and demons are very, very real. Y'all got to take y'all's life serious. So I go in there, sit to the left side of the church, my home church or whatever that I used to go to. Sit in there, and I'm listening to the pastor, and it's mad uncomfortable for me to sit in there. I cannot make this up. I'm super uncomfortable sitting in church. I'm just like, something in me is like, get up and leave. Angels and demons are very real. Like I said, something in me told me to go to church, and something was like, get up and leave. Like, it was uncomfortable, like kind of like, I don't know, it ain't like you gotta pee or nothing like that, but it was uncomfortable. Like, let's say I stole $500 from everybody in that church, and then they kind of low-key know that I stole it, but I'm sitting around them anyway. Like, that's how uncomfortable it was. And these lucid thoughts is going through my mind as he's talking about God, talking about miracles, talking about the church and stuff like that. I'm just like thinking about hell, thinking about heaven. All these lucid crazy thoughts is going through my mind. It's crazy. And so then push through the service. I'm like mad uncomfortable. My hands are sweating. I push through the service. I'm just like, man. And so then he does altar call. Boom. I get up, walk up there. He's praying for everybody else. I'm just standing there. I'm just like, man, no. Like, if this don't work, like, I'm thinking, man, if this don't work, like, I'm really about to blow my brains out. Like, man, if this don't work, like, I'm thinking that. And so then he gets to me. He's like sitting in this stool or whatever, or on this stool. And I walk up to him, look him in his eyes, and like, I'm looking down because, like I said, I was uncomfortable. So I'm looking him in his eyes, and then I'm like looking down and stuff like that. He names everything that I'm going through. He was like, and this is like paraphrasing, so it's not exact, but he was just like, are you around weed? I said, yeah. Are you around meth? At the time, my sister, she has a heart for the people. So my sister, she was around people who did drugs and stuff like that. She can walk up to a homeless person, and that homeless person gonna turn into her best friend like that, because she has a heart for them. And so back then, she was hanging around people who did meth. And so he was like, are you around meth? I said, yeah. And that's another thing about my story. So back before, like, Emily passed away, I would like get high and I would go sit around my sister, and she would just tell me all these like heartbreaking stories about these people that are on meth doing stuff, like whether they selling their kids, what they stealing from people, robbing, stealing, cheating, killing, whatever for that drug and stuff like that. So I would get high, and I'm a deep thinker already, so I'm over here listening to my sister spit all this stuff, and I'm just like, whoa, like, this world really wicked. Like, even though, like I said, we already know that, it's just like my eyes was just blown open. Like, that's what I feel like Adam and Eve felt like. They was just like, whoa, this world really, like, serious? Like, this world is really like that? Like, whoa, that's crazy. And so anyways, so fast forward, I go to I go to the altar or whatever. He's just like, is weed in your life? Is meth in your life? Or, are you around anybody with weed and meth in your life? And I'm just like, yeah. Like, and so he's just like, I want to encourage you to basically stay from around those two things. And he names a few other things in my life. A prophet, period. Like, he named everything going on in my life. I was just like, bro, like, don't nobody else know this but me and my few people, and my few people don't talk to this man. Like, how does he know that? God, period. And so he just like, yeah, you stay from around that. He was like, he said a weird thing. He said, your eyes are gonna stay open. I said, what? I was just like, no, I need this feeling gone. Like, shut my eyes again, please. Like, I'm thinking it's like a part of the third eye thing and stuff like that. I don't know nothing about it. But anyways, so yeah, he's just like, your eyes are going to stay open. This is this, but this is what you need to stay away from. This is what you need to cut out. He lays his hands on me, prays for me. I kid you not, I'm instantly healed. I cannot make this up. I cannot tell y'all the severity of this story. I cannot BS with y'all. Instantly healed. So when people be like, oh, God is fake, God is just a brainwashed, this is this, how did this man heal me? What? How did he know everything that was going on in my life? He looked me in my eyes and told me everything that was going on in my life. How? instantly healed. I'm talking about a female who wanted to blow her brains out. Like, I kid you not, I was just like, man, my thoughts are freaking lucid. This is freaking scary. I'm not about to do this. Instantly healed. Got up out of there. My pastor walked up to me after church or whatever, and he was like, Alexis, I want you to start coming back every Sunday, this and this. Boom, say less. You ain't even got to tell me, sir. Look, I already pinned it in. Like, I'm coming back, period. So I come back the next Sunday. My pastor's up there. He's just like he's preaching, and then he goes around, and then he's just like, Alexis, I want to encourage you to cut that music off. Or he's like, Alexis, basically stop listening to worldly music. And I'm just like, pish posh, whatever. I'm listening to Beyonce or, Rihanna and stuff, or whoever back then, my little mainstream artist. So I'm just like, yeah, pish posh, whatever. And so then, he goes on with his sermon, this is this. And so then a few Sundays after that, I come back to church. Well, I started going every Sunday, but a few Sundays after that, he's up there preaching his word. And then all of a sudden he's just like, Alexis, I want to basically cut that music off. And I'm just like, why he keep saying that? Like, why he keep putting me on blast? Like, what is he doing that for? Long story short, we learned about it back in the day too. The stuff that is hidden in music, the stuff that is hidden in movies and cartoons and TV shows and stuff like that. So we learned all that, but it was just like, I didn't think it was real. Like, I didn't think death was real until I lost somebody close to me. Like, I was just like, oh, whatever. And so that's my story, that's my testimony. I wanted to make it quick. But like, my sister, I ain't gonna say her name or nothing like that, because she may not want her name out there, but my sister's going through it, and I'm telling her, bro, you need to hop on board. And her friends and stuff like that, or even my friends and stuff like that, hey, I got a source for you. Like, I got somebody that can really step for you, somebody who could really heal you instantly. You ain't gotta go to no doctor, you ain't gotta go to no psychiatrist, you ain't gotta take depression and anxiety medicine, you ain't gotta meditate and get your mind right and do all the crystals and rocks. I don't know nothing about all that. I just know what works for me, period. So I'm telling y'all the answer, the solution. And read your Bible. He heals, the blind. So it's just like, why, try him. What I want to encourage people to do is, I don't want to force God on y'all. Like, and I used to try to do stuff like that, but then my mama taught me, she was just like, nah, like, I didn't force God on you. I'm gonna have to share y'all my testimony too. But my mama didn't force God on me, so it's just like, why would I force God on somebody else? So with my juveniles and stuff like that, when they have trouble sleeping and stuff like that, hey, listen, here's the option. I'm not going to force God on you. I'm not going to force my religion on you. But listen, if you need help, and when it comes down to you feel like killing yourself because it's so unbearable, or you feel like killing yourself because that weed ain't working no more, because with weed, you got to continue to get high. With pills, you got to continue to pop them when you get used to them. With alcohol, you got to continue to consume more. And so with that, it's just like, okay, do you want to go that route, or do you want to try God and you ain't got to do none of that? I mean, everybody gonna live their life and probably drink and smoke and stuff like that, but try God. Your boyfriend, like, I cannot. And back then, like, that's how real God was. Like, he showed me how real he was, because I could not go to my boyfriend, the man that I loved so hard at that moment. I cannot hug him enough and be like, oh my God, protect me from my own mind. Like, he can't hop in my brain and be like, all right, I got you. Like, he can't do it. He couldn't calm me down. He couldn't calm my fears. This is going on in my mind. He couldn't help me. My mama, when I went out there, that's my mama, and she's fearless. Like, she was, if a tornado passed through her front yard, she gonna be like this. Period. Like, that's how calm of a person she was. I could not go out there and hug her and be like, Mom, help me. Like, my brain is acting up and I need your help. Like, do it for me. I couldn't have her do it for me. That's why y'all need to surrender to God. How my mom would say, the executive decision to seek God and watch him step for you. Like, be like, God, this is unbearable. I feel like going and jumping off a bridge right freaking now. Help me. Watch him step for you. And then he gonna show you that he's very real. And then the people around you, they gonna like, oh, God is real, but he don't work for me. Watch. And then you gonna hear their testimony. You gonna hear them be like, oh, I couldn't sleep well last night. Hey, I got a scripture for you for that. What's up? You want to see how real God is? That Bible is very real. Apply that Bible to your life. Do what that Bible say and watch him step. Period. And so yeah, that's all I want to tell y'all. Like, man, like, God healed me that day. If it wasn't for him, I would not be here. Sometimes I listen to, you know, other music and stuff like that, but something in me is just like, man, go back to your, you know, worship music and stuff like that. So I ain't gonna say I'm perfect, you know. That was what, 3 years ago now. I ain't perfect, and it's still a working process. He's taking stuff out of me day by day as I read my word and stuff like that. So I want to encourage y'all, if y'all going through something, if y'all struggling with something like sleep, y'all stressed out, y'all can't have peace, like, y'all having depression, y'all having anxiety, y'all having paranoia, schizophrenic, man, God can step for y'all. Like, and when you feel it, and when it happens for you, don't be like, oh, it was a coincidence. Don't think that. Watch him step for you. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna end it. I hope y'all are blessed by it. I hope y'all are encouraged by it. I hope y'all apply that Bible to y'all's life. I'm gonna try, if I remember after I edit this video, to leave maybe 2 or 3 scriptures that really help me through that, like afterwards or whatever, that help me. I'm gonna try to leave those in the description. I'm gonna try to remember, y'all. So don't hold me to it, or y'all can comment and be like, hey, what were the scriptures that really helped you? And then I'll post them then. So yeah, y'all be encouraged, and love you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Period.